Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. It is Sunday morning, and while I was making my morning coffee, I was watching Mike over at Kane Autograph and seeing what he got his TTM returns last week, and it sent me down a little bit of a rabbit hole. So he got this 1966 Topps Daryl Sutherland back, and you're like, okay, well, why did that send you down a rabbit hole? Well, I've I clearly also got this one. In fact, I got two. And what I think is unique about this one is his autograph. And what really caught my eye is like this is the first time I've ever gotten an autograph that was like this purpley purple color, purple this purpley purple color, pinkish purple, whatever you want to call it. And what's interesting is the two cards that I got, and I traded one away, the autograph was very, very similar. Like I really had to look at it because I was wondering if it was auto pen because they were so close and put basically almost the exact same area on the card. It made me wonder, is this legit? And I know a lot of people who are new to TTMs are like, hey, don't you want your signatures to be, you know, perfectly accurate across the board, consistent, consistent, consistent? Well, yes and no. If it's too close and there's like no variation at all, it makes you wonder if it's legit. It makes you think it's auto pen. I almost said a water pen, an auto pen, and the fact that it's at that weird color, it really just caught my eye. So the fact I got two of these exact same cards signed at the same time, same colored pen, which makes sense, but it's an odd color, and the exact placement and the loops and everything in his last name, it was perfect. And he's got a lot of loops in his name, but it was almost too good to be true. So I really, when I got him, studied him to see, is this legit? Because if I didn't think it was legit, I wouldn't have traded it away in our trade day that we did last month. But I wanted to. What's interesting is that he has the exact same one. Mike does, and like the same card, the same color autograph, loop in the same way. The D starts basically the exact same place, and so I really kind of thought, man, is that common? Could this actually be an auto pen? And it looked a little off to me because I feel like he had the same thoughts, and so I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole this morning comparing other TTMers' responses and photos from a lot of times when I use, sorry, backtracking a little bit, sportscollectors.net, which is one of the places that I really use heavily for my TTM addresses for sports players. It's like $15 a year. It's well worth it. If you're getting into TTMing, I would go there. But there are some other TTMers who will post their returns. And so what I did is I pulled some of those to compare to what I got. So here's this first one from 2008. Now, still doing the autograph up on a slant. He's got obviously a different colored pen here. The D starts at a different area, but really, I mean, the loops still look really good. Yeah, I mean, that looks like 100% legit autograph as far as I can tell. And then I fast forwarded to 2013, the exact same card. Now the loop is starting a little bit lower. It's a different colored pen. The end of his name, the the loops are kind of crossing over a little bit. So there's enough variation that it doesn't concern me. But the D is still fairly consistent, and it still kind of starts in the same area, but it's a different size. Also, the D is a different size autograph. So you're like, okay, that's kind of what you want to see. This is another one still on that upward slant. This is actually a really nice autograph too. I really like how the separation of all the loops on this one, it's just a good looking autograph. But again, kind of starts on his left leg a little bit lower than mine, and it's a little bit of a larger autograph. So that was 19. Fast forward to 2024. Okay, it's the exact same card. Still kind of starting in the same place on the card, still angled up. Yeah, still, I mean, the loops and everything are still looking pretty good. And then we're going to go to somebody else's card that they got in May 2025. And I think that's about the same time as I got mine. Now, check this out. It's basically the same colored pen, Although on his image, his or her image, it looks a little bit darker than mine. It is, the D is a slightly different position than mine, and my loops are a little bit different than his. So I still feel like, that's good. So that makes me feel better about mine. And the fact I think that last autograph was after I got mine in. So, and the fact that it's a little bit of a different variation, even with the same colored pen, makes me feel like that pen is sitting on his desk. I was just curious, and I went back and I looked at other cards. So I found this one. He's still doing the kind of the upward slope between this chin and the Indians. Obviously using a different colored pen, a different pen. So mine, he's using ink pen, like a ballpoint pen, and in this one he's using a blue Sharpie, which I don't like as much, and maybe he doesn't either. That's why he stopped using it. And then I thought, man, are all his autographs on that upward slope like that? And I did find a couple examples where it's just straight across. So I just thought it was interesting. Mine is very, very similar to Mike's, but I don't think it's auto pen. I think it's legit. There's so many different examples. But yeah, it definitely made me raise an eyebrow too. But hope that helps. Talk to y'all later. Have a great weekend. Bye, y'all.
Are you a nerd? Are you really a nerd? Because I was looking on your Instagram, and you certainly, I know you shouldn't say somebody looks like a nerd or doesn't look like a nerd. You don't look like a nerd.